If that is the story, it is a quite sensational story.
If this exit poll is right, Andrew, I will publicly eat my hat.
Have you got a hat?
No, but I'll get one.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay. Welcome to Eat My Hat. I'm Bridget Cappel.
I'm Erik Larson.
And this is our podcast. It's a podcast about anything and everything, and we want it to be a...
But really, it's about nothing.
But mostly it's about nothing.
But really, we're just assholes, and we have microphones in front of us, so here we go.
Yeah. I mean, we really don't have much of a internet presence as of yet, but
hey, I have 18 followers on Twitter, so speak for yourself.
I definitely have the bigger Twitter presence or following, but that's not saying much. Yeah, so
I don't even think my mom follows me on Twitter.
Oh, that's sad.
Your mom follows me on Twitter.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
She follows us all.
Yeah,
she likes our stuff. She's like my one like. that I get, and I'm like, that feels good. Like, she validates my ranting on Twitter. But yeah, but we wanted to make a podcast for a really long time. Yeah. And so here we are. We're excited.
We're doing it.
Yeah. I mean, we want it to be, like, before we get started, a place where we can be open and talk about different things from many different perspectives. Sometimes we'll play games. Sometimes we'll, I don't know. We'll try not to get too political, but sometimes
that was for me.
Some of us get a little political sometimes.
I get a little carried away.
And I like to ask him questions. So, and he's got lots of opinions. So, Erik's
I have a good number of opinions.
Yeah. So we hope. We hope those of you that tune in eventually enjoy the podcast, and we're totally open to suggestions for things to do or
both
things
of you
we can
that
improve. Yeah, those you two out there.
You too, Bono, my boy. If you're listening,
we love you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go feed the children and stuff.
What?
You said Bono.
Oh yeah.
That's who you meant, right? Like,
yeah.
That
like
Bono?
Like you too?
Oh, I didn't know if you had like a friend.
Yeah, no, I just have a friend that you haven't met named Bono.
That would be cool, though.
That would be cool.
That you never told me about? He's like mysterious.
I feel like that would definitely be something I would have told you already.
Oh. Okay. Well, anyway, we thought we'd talk about the state of the internet as we know it.
As we know it. Since we're now joining the internet. Well, do you want to introduce ourselves? Like,
we did that. What
well,
do you mean?
I mean, like, talk about who we are or whatever.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh. Okay. Well, we are currently podcasting in our sick studio. Like, you guys should see this.
We were saying, we were like, we need a podcast room because the refrigerator is going and it's making background noise, but we only have 2 rooms to choose from, so don't have a lot of options.
So which room?
And then
Well, we are podcasting in our small, it's our very cozy,
it's quaint.
Our very cozy 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, it's nice.
In Fort Worth, Texas.
Uh-huh.
We are married. We've lived in this apartment together we've lived in this apartment
for 6 months.
For 6
Tomorrow.
months. Yeah.
Well, more than that. You moved in.
More than that. For like 7 or 8 months.
Yeah.
We've lived in this. But you've been in this apartment for...
Yeah, I've been in here for a while.
Yeah, you've been here for a while. And before
we have a cat.
Yeah, we have a cat.
His name is Stallone, and you might hear him running around in the background making howling noises. He's insane.
Yeah.
But really cute. So you hear him every once in a while. We talk about him.
Yeah.
He's the Mittens.
We are 2 opera singers, married.
Yeah. Yeah, take that with a grain of salt.
The married part.
No.
No,
Oh my God.
yeah, the opera part, I guess.
Yeah. No, we're legit.
Yeah.
We're aspiring. We're getting on our feet. We're young opera singers.
Yeah. We're doing it.
Yeah, but yeah, we might talk about opera every once in a while.
Yeah, we might have an opera friend on every once in a while if we have a
Love
guest.
to have guests. My brother Tristan Cappel is our producer, and the music that we are our intro music is all by him, Dr. Radical.
Yeah.
It's from his album
Lectures.
Yeah. Yes.
On Spotify.
And we'll be using outro music from him too, but we'll be sure to include that in the end. So if you want to look him up, you can, and hopefully Tristan will be a regular on the podcast every once in a while.
And if we can figure out show notes, that's a thing. That podcast.
Show notes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll link some stuff. We'll figure it out. Probably.
This is very grassroots.
Grassroots is a very good way of describing this podcast.
Yeah, for real.
We don't know what we're doing, but we're really good at faking what we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were educated to fake.
No, we have
what we're
multiple
doing.
degrees in faking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, the state of the internet. I just feel like it's a weird space now. We live in a weird time where I don't know. It just seems like you can't say a lot of stuff unless you have certain kind of beliefs. And I know that's always kind of been a thing, but it just kind of seems like hypersensitive now. And
I mean, yeah. Well, yeah. You know, yes and no. I guess like it's hypersensitive depending on where you are. That's kind of the I guess beauty of the internet is, you know, like if you can shitpost all you want on Reddit.
That's true.
You might get downvoted if you're gonna post something a little controversial or something like that in the wrong sub. But
yeah, but I feel like on Reddit there's a lot of like censorship. Like people's posts get taken down when they're not aligning with it. And and that bothers me. I'm like, it doesn't.
It does.
The internet was the Wild West for a while, and I feel like now it's being settled.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely. I mean, like we know for a fact. Like we know from. Well, not me personally, but like we know people who personally have been definitely shadow banned in the comments, and mods have definitely hidden their comments and definitely tried to censor. I guess for lack of a better word, dissenting opinions.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that's problematic.
Oh, no, it's problematic for sure. But I will say to the credit of a lot of subreddits, I've definitely seen more and more that a lot of, I guess, subreddits that would attract those kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say like those kind of comments.
I'm so sorry, I'm adjusting my microphone.
I guess like any kind of subreddit that would have more controversial conversations in posts and threads. I've seen a lot of moderators doing a good job of like staying
trying to keep people. Yeah, I think in like more of the, I don't know what the word is, like less mainstream ones.
Yeah.
I see it, or I guess I don't really hang out in our politics because it's just I don't know.
No,
I feel like it's pretty biased, and I feel like there's just not a lot of room for discussion there.
Oh yeah.
But
I mean, there's there's a lot of bias on on all, like when you have more than 800,000 subscribers to a subreddit, you're gonna have a lot of bias.
Well, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like the mods in those subreddits seem to be the ones that are banning people more often, or just removing stuff. But I don't know. I think it's an issue, and I think the whole like free speech thing being censored lately is a problem.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think people should be able to have discussions online and talk, but I just feel like lately you can't I don't know. Help me out here.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah, there's definitely especially like on more popular. Well, that's kind of the thing.
Well, I'm even
more
talking about
popular-
like Facebook.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
Like
for
you've
sure, on
been
Facebook.
trying
That's
to
what I was
have.
trying to say.
You've been posting stuff on Facebook and trying to have like discussions with people. Oh my gosh, Stallone.
Sorry. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Digging in a
I've
box.
been. I mean, I've definitely been posting. Not really like. I mean, I've not even really been posting any like hard dissenting opinions or stuff that would catch a lot of flack. But like, I've definitely been posting a lot of anti-war opinions, and been very strong and. I mean, I guess like a bit bullheaded in my stance therein. But I mean, I just think that I'm coming at it from a place of I know my own moral stance on things, and I want to be as consistent across the board on them. And I feel like
On your morals or
on like my stances on things.
okay.
Which is like,
That
I
makes
guess
sense.
a lot of the reason why I like Kick Up Dirt is because I try to point out hypocrisies of opinions that I see friends having, which like, I mean, granted is maybe ill-advised to do on Facebook, but I don't know. I think it's important to have a very clear understanding of all sides of things in order to form your opinion.
Oh
And
yeah,
to, like-
no, I totally agree with
And
that.
that's
What-
the biggest problem I think in the having topics that you just like can't talk about because like it's
Oh
not
my gosh, yeah, the taboo thing.
well
drives
yeah the
me
taboo things that
insane.
like you can't like it's not even just like you can't make comments or you can't like yeah like there are like dumbass questions to ask about topics but like you can't like you can't even talk about certain topics. Like it's a problem when you can't even like talk about I don't know, you can't talk about certain things or like you can't say the word Nazi unless you're using it to like describe Donald Trump. And like
Yeah.
that's an issue.
Well, yeah, you should be able to talk about the whole discussion of different ideas is being shut down. It's like if you try to present something from a different angle that doesn't fit within whatever the like zeitgeisty narrative is of the
Right.
time, like you get shut down. And it's like, why can't we just have an open dialogue? And that's the same thing that we were talking about with Twitter and people being deplatformed.
yeah.
And it's like
Yeah,
it just seems like there's this unfair like cherry picking of
I mean,
certain
absolutely,
people, you
there
know,
is.
like
Well, that's the thing is, I mean, I don't know. Do we want to like quote other people or like podcasts on here? Is that okay?
we can. I mean, I don't know if we want to go too deep in this. This is kind of serious, but
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's fine.
I still think
Um,
so. I still think the internet is a really fun place, and like I want it to be able to stay that way. And like what worries me is that with all the censorship and all that stuff, it's like those things will be taken away and it won't be a place where we can actually have open discussion and share ideas, because I feel like a lot of my opinions and like growth as far as like the way I see the world has been shaped by the things that I've read and
Oh,
researched
absolutely.
and learned
Yeah,
about
same.
using the internet and talking to other people
Yeah.
that I either disagree with or agree with, or people that have thoughts and opinions about things that I've never even considered before.
I mean, yeah, that's. I think you like really nailed it there. I think like more important than anything is to have discussions with people that you do not agree with.
Yeah, but I feel like there's a like trend lately where people don't want, like they'll actively avoid that. And I know that's kind of like a natural human thing, but it seems like
sure.
even more so like you get pressured from peers and from other people around you like to not engage in that. It's like
Yeah. Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah,
don't
yeah.
talk about that with that other person that disagrees with us.
Right.
Because
Well, I mean, that's such a
I hate
such a
speaking in
common thing.
hypotheticals, but I feel like it.
I
feel
know
like
what you mean, but it's
something
not even
that's-
really hypothetical. Like, I really don't feel like I'm exaggerating here when I like say I have seen dozens and dozens of friends on Facebook post like, if you're silent, you're part of the problem. If you question anything, you're part. Like if you ask these, like even just like asking questions, like if you seem like you're sympathizing, you're.
But I
part
don't
of the
understand.
problem.
I don't understand how asking questions is sympathizing.
But that's the thing is like, no, you like, how dare you question the narrative? Like you can't ask questions about this. Like
Yeah.
you're against us. It's just immediately like either you.
Yeah, it's like if you question what's being told to you or what is the popular thing at the time, it's like, oh, then you disagree, then you're against us.
Yeah,
and it's like,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I don't necessarily just like, yeah, maybe I disagree, but that doesn't mean I automatically am on the other side. It's not black and white. It's not red team, blue team.
Right.
You know, there should
Well,
be
that's the
gray
thing
area.
is like, I mean, that's the thing is it's
Yeah.
become red team, like literally.
Oh, yeah.
Red team, blue team, and that's
well,
like.
in politics, but I'm
Well, I
not
mean-
just talking about politics. It's like,
But I mean, that's the thing is it is all
too.
political.
you think so?
Oh, absolutely it is. And that's the thing is, like, I've seen people shut down friends who have openly said, like, I don't really care to discuss politics on Facebook. And then I've seen people, like, come in and tear them apart and be like, oh, well, then you need to get off the fence. Like, I'm not a fan of centrists. Like, you need to get off the fence. Like, this is your silence. Your silence is allowing
Ooh,
hate.
they're gonna be coming after me because I don't post anything political. I just don't want to get in a fight. Like,
Yeah.
God, I'm so anti-conflict.
No, I'm pretty pro-conflict. But
I like a good discussion. See, that's the thing is I like a good debate, and I like being like I love talking about stuff with you because sometimes I'll present an opinion and you'll be like, "Here's the other side of the argument." And I'll be like,
even if I don't.
yeah, even if
believe
you
it.
don't necessarily believe it, but you'll still argue it and
No,
like
I won't.
stop it.
No,
But-
yeah, that's definitely just my nature. I mean, I like to, I like
But
to
I
get a
haven't
little
been called
down
out for it.
I like to get a little down and dirty on.
But that's the thing is like I don't post those things all the time. Like I'll do it on my Twitter sometimes because I'm
Yeah.
like I super agree with this and someone
Right,
else
right,
said
right.
it and I'm like, yeah, I'll just retweet it.
Yeah.
I know that's so passive. I need to be better about that.
No,
but,
it's fine.
But yeah, I just like because I feel like if I post something on Facebook, then it's just a breeding ground for I'm going to fight you because I don't believe what you're saying.
Right.
Instead of like, I wanted to post this to say, like, what do you think? I want to know, like, do you disagree? Do you agree? Are you kind of in the middle? Like, do you have a complete, but
Yeah.
that's not what happens. Like,
No.
unfortunately, I feel like there's just too many people out there that are
well,
just ready to fight. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
I
I
mean,
just
I
want to
understand
talk
that.
about it. Like,
right. And granted, I do tend to post perhaps more inflammatory comments, but
yeah.
no, I definitely tend to attract more fights than anything.
Yeah.
But I'm also
Okay.
not one to back down from a fight
Right. That's true.
on Facebook. Not a
So-
physical fight. I've never punched anybody.
Yeah. Well, then, okay, there's the other issue of the state of the internet with like social media and mental health.
Social.
Like, let's get social.
Social.
If you haven't seen Let's Get Social, do a quick YouTube search. You will not be disappointed. It's quality.
No, you'll be gravely disappointed. Oh,
You'll be
man.
sorry.
Oh man.
What?
That was something that was on or that was something that I just recently heard a discussion about how like exactly that like shit content on the internet that people either ironically or non-ironically or whatever, depending on their generation, will share and be like, this is fucking amazing. Like that, like Let's Get Social. It's like we all share that and you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. But like it's all later aged millennials and like even Gen Xers who like grew up in like the age of irony and like near nihilism.
Is that like our thing?
And so
our generation?
Well, like for sure. And so like things like The Room and things like that got notoriety for being
But that's not even
terrible.
irony. That's just like anti-jokes.
But it's
Right?
no,
No?
it's not like it's not. He wasn't trying. Like I don't. Okay, like
Well, he
correct me if
wasn't
I'm
trying
wrong,
to
but,
be
like,
funny.
No, he wasn't.
it's not a comedy. But that's why I think that specific movie is such a
exactly. But
God.
he was trying to make something like that he thought was genuinely well made. Like he thought that like making that would have been like Oscar level drama worthy, like
Yeah.
not a comedy,
Just like this
not
podcast.
anti jokes. Well, yeah. No,
Or like
but like
The
he
Room as a
literally,
podcast.
like that was made with the intent of being good. And like it's
yeah.
so bad that it became a cult classic. But you see people, like we know people that are, you know, mid to late 20s who would watch that and be like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. And like ironically but non-ironically say that. And it's like gotten to the point where we so frequently just delve down these ironic rabbit holes of like shit posting that we fucking love for one reason or another.
Yeah.
But it's legitimate shit content. Like it's not good, but it's so bad we love it, and that's become the aesthetic. And now there is an entire generation of
now
like
it's
Gen
like
Zers.
meta that.
But like
with
it's not only
memes.
meta that, but it's meta that because like literally kids don't know what's good and what's bad anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's gotten so far that like they don't know what's ironic, they don't know what qualifies as quality and what's just like shit posting. You know, like they
you
like
think so?
Well, I mean when you're like literally all you know, like imagine being born in, I mean it's it's 2019. Imagine being born in 2000 or 1999. You were in middle school at you were in middle school when everyone had a Facebook. Everyone was on social media. You know, YouTube was
like it's
already
you've grown
a
up
thing.
around social media.
Like you've never not known. It's not just not knowing the internet. It's you've never not known social media.
Right.
And YouTube and sharing all of this stuff, and even goddamn Instagram, where all you know is memes and shit posting and ironically enjoying things that are truly like they have no quality or merit, but like we love them because they're so bad. And so you've only known that, and you can't discern this is good, this is bad. Like these are the kids that like, I mean, like we know.
I've never thought of that before.
I mean, but like we know those kids. Like we went to high school with those kids that legitimately thought the Boondock Saints was the greatest thing to ever happen to film.
Oh.
But like,
I don't know. Maybe I didn't go. I didn't go to that high school.
I went to. Excuse me. I went to public school in Wisconsin, and I went to high school. With
I don't know
those
why mine
kids
would have been better. I went to public school in
definitely-
Michigan, Detroit area.
I mean, I went to a high school. Like my graduating class was.
Yeah, I know.
130
You had.
kids.
I was at a
Like,
big school.
We had. Did you have a truck row at your high school?
A what?
A truck row.
A what?
A truck row.
Okay.
Like your parking. So at the parking lot of my high school.
Oh my God! I'm like catching on. Like for your pickup truck.
Yeah. For all the kids that drove pickup trucks.
What?
So the furthest row away from the school in the parking lot, like the school.
Oh my God.
Like I mean, I guess like the parking lot was pretty adjacent to the school. Like it wasn't right across the street. It was like kind of. It was a big surface lot, and where the students parked, it was. I guess like pretty like it was just like across the street, like directly adjacent, but just down the street a little bit. And the row that was the furthest away from the school was reserved for truck row. I'm not joking. Like cars that parked there were vandalized unless they were parked by like kids that normally drove a truck, but like they normally drove their dad's truck. So like they didn't have their dad's truck that day, and they all backed into their spots, every one of them. Half of them were flying Confederate flags. I'm not kidding.
Wait, in Wisconsin?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, absolutely.
Whoa.
Yeah. Like
Did you like? Okay,
that was a
we're gonna get
normal
way
thing.
off topic, but like, okay, I think I fixed my mic. Sorry if the audio was bad for like the first half of the podcast. So, like, what were the people like in your school? Like, did you feel out of place? Were you like
yeah.
these kids are?
I mean, like
like-
yes and no, but like it's not like I moved there.
I shouldn't say what I'm saying.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
the
maybe
scariest
don't.
thing about podcasting is just everything is like you're just stream of consciousness and
Yeah,
you
I
don't know
guess.
what's gonna come out of your mouth. But anyway, I just like because I just don't see you as being like the truck driving Confederate flag guy.
No, I mean I definitely wasn't.
Yeah,
but like
I know.
also like I guess
Seems
yes,
like a
but also
bizarre.
No, because like I grew up there.
Was it mostly white?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I went to a really diverse school.
Oh no!
Like, it was-
there was. I mean, I grew. Okay, so I grew up in a town in south central Wisconsin, population 5,000 ish. Like old, like it was kind of it was honestly a bit of a rich community. There was it was just a small settlement of like old money that stayed there. But it's because we learned all of this in like second grade, I swear to God. It's because where we were, there are like 2 small townships where we were. And in the end of the 19th century, or like maybe mid 19th century, something like that. No, definitely end of the 19th century. Yeah, no, definitely turn of the century. I'm so sorry. Because
in the turn of the century,
Wisconsin
when I was going to
wasn't a state
school
until
in 1906.
Wait, is that right? When was Wisconsin a state? Wisconsin was a state in 1888, right? 98?
Oh, I thought you said 1988, and I'm like, oh damn.
Was it 88 or 98? What's the
I don't know.
Anyway, turn of the century. We're so well prepared and definitely on topic. Essentially, like it came down to industrial trade, and the train company that was going through the state decided to lay tracks through my town, not the township next to it. And so the township next to ours became unincorporated, and our town got a lot of money. And a very few people got it, and they all kept it, and their families are still there to this day.
Whoa.
Pretty much, more or less. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of like rural construction, small banks, and yeah, farming.
That's so crazy that
farming.
you know like the history of the place that you grow up.
Oh,
Like,
we were literally taught it in
don't.
school. Like it was like
Really?
Yeah, no, we were taught the history of the town.
Oh.
Like we had a
We
had a
did
song.
not talk about that.
I like still remember most of the song.
Huh.
Do-do-do,
Sing it.
do-do.
Let's hear it.
Evansville once was called the Grove. Trees around the... Yeah.
No, keep going.
And that's all I remember right now. I can look it up.
Oh my god.
I'll prepare for that.
Evansville.
Yeah, did I just
Anyway.
dox myself? No, I'm from Evansville, Wisconsin. So yeah, it is, or was at the time I was in high school, I don't know if it still is, the soybean capital of the United
Wow.
States. Yeah.
It's just turned
it was.
into a Wisconsin history podcast.
Well, no, okay. So there was a lot of like the point of the story is I grew up there.
Let's go
like
back.
I like grew up there. My family lived there. My parents are from around Wisconsin, and they ended up moving to Evansville when right before I was born. They had already had my 2 older sisters.
And then what happened with the internet?
Oh, the internet. Well, I was just talking about Chuck Rowe, man.
Oh God. We've gone too far. Can't back there.
We can't.
We didn't
go
leave
back
any
now.
breadcrumbs.
No, we didn't. No, but I mean,
No, but what
like,
are you talking about? People in high school,
oh,
right?
yeah. Well, like, I just grew up around those kids that were like, I mean, of the school population of like
Oh,
maybe
right.
500-ish, a little bit more, like 550, maybe not quite that many.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, oh man, like at least 480 to 490, maybe more of those students were white. They were all white, and we all knew each other because we all went to 12 years of school together. Like I
Yeah.
knew every single person in my class, and I had since I was 5.
Right.
So I mean,
Okay.
like no, I wasn't like a Confederate flag toting
No, I didn't.
farm kid that
Okay.
drove a truck to school. I mean, I did drive my dad's truck to school once in a while because why not? But
Right. But we were talking about like meme culture, right? With
oh yeah, but I
compared
mean,
to
like
us
yeah, I
today,
definitely
and-
went to school with kids that like non-ironically thought that The Boondock Saints was the greatest film that had ever happened.
And you're saying that correlates with like
Meme
the
culture for
irony
sure.
meme culture.
Yeah,
of
I
our
mean, like,
generation?
well, yeah, like when you consider that, like, that was probably what 2008 or 9.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think that like things like that were like people just ironically liked things, and then some people who maybe weren't smart enough to tell the difference and just saw like a bunch of action sequences and things like that, like legitimately took it as quality content.
But that's not everybody. I don't think that's a whole culture-wide thing.
I mean,
like,
no,
humor's
but
so nuanced.
I guess,
from person
but like,
to person.
yeah, but like, I think things like that definitely grew into meme
I
culture.
will say the thing that I do love about the internet is fucking memes. Like, God, memes are so good. But it is so weird that, like, okay, it's so weird that you can scroll through so many memes on Instagram and they're so, like, ridiculous and, like, crazy, and they can be political and, like, I don't know, you could call them offensive maybe. I don't get offended by them. But I just feel it's so weird that there's, like, this dichotomy of, like, super offended, like, I don't know, SJW, like, you can't say anything kind of culture, but then there's, like, these crazy memes, and they're, like, coexisting, and I don't know, I just feel like, I don't know, don't you think that's an odd thing?
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, I think that's, like...
Do you think that's a counterculture to, like, do you think that, I think, I don't know, maybe that the reason there's such a surge in, like, that type of humor is because people don't feel like they can, actually talk about the kinds of things that you would make memes about. So you make, like, as if you were making a joke to deflect.
Right, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. I think that that's kind of the...
or do you think it's like counterculture thing?
I think it's more of a counterculture thing, but I think the nature of the internet is that everything happens so fast. Reactions are just immediate, and like you can make a dumbass meme on your phone in, you know, a minute, like legitimately 45 seconds, and then post it on Instagram. And so like you see, I'm just saying that.
But
like,
I think
that
it's so
kind
weird
of,
that people don't get up in arms about those kind of jokes and memes. Not usually.
Like what kind of memes?
I don't know, just things you might consider offensive or just like hyper. I don't know. I guess I don't have a good example off the top of my head.
I guess.
But I just think that people get so easily offended about some things, but they don't get offended over like this obscure, like silly, ridiculous humor about, I don't know. People were making memes of the MAGA hat kid and things like that. But, like, that's not offensive, but like to say anything else, it's like, don't talk about it.
I mean, the one with, which Jenner is it with the Pepsi?
Oh, yeah.
Which one is that?
Which Jenner?
Yeah.
With the Pepsi?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I don't know.
Is it Kylie?
I don't know. I don't keep up with the Kardashians.
Well, it's not even keeping.
I don't
like,
care.
Well,
like
no,
I don't want to. I
like
avoid
keeping
the
up with the Kardashians. Well, it wasn't even a keeping up with the
Get
Kardashian thing. It was like, wasn't that a Super Bowl? No, I don't know if it was a Super Bowl ad, but it was like a 2017 ad where, I'm gonna look it up. It was Kendall, where Kendall Jenner like went up to.
Is she the baby one?
I have no idea. She like went up to.
They're all the same.
Oh, they fucking yeet.
They are. I think they just have. It's one person with a bunch of wigs.
I mean,
and like a lip kit.
It's a good lip kit though.
I haven't tried it.
I mean, I've seen them in person.
They're all like the same brown.
I've seen like the majority of the clan in a single place at once, and I can confirm they are separate people. Like, I have personally seen them.
Wait, like in person?
Yeah, like in person.
Ooh, where?
At the Met Gala.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Spoiler, at a time in my life, I lived in Queens, New York, and was cater waitering, and I ended up being lead server for the 2016 Met Ball. And the two tables next to mine had, one table had Chris, Kylie, and Kendall, and the other table had Kanye.
Everybody's dropping names.
And Kim. And I don't remember if Chloe was there. But I saw Kylie and Kendall standing next to each other.
I thought you didn't know which ones they were.
I know what they are. I didn't know if it was Kendall or Kylie that did the Pepsi ad, but
Okay.
I know that they're two different ones.
Oh.
At one point, I
didn't know
kind
that.
of knew what the whole Kardashian breakdown was.
Oh, okay.
As of like,
I just don't keep up with that stuff. It just doesn't
I
interest me.
will say,
What?
it's good drama.
What, the show?
Oh yeah, for
I'm
sure.
sure, but it's all like set up. It's not real.
I don't care. We watched Survivor. That's all set up.
Yeah, we did.
Like,
Yeah, I know. I must confess, I did watch many seasons of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette.
yeah.
But it's fun
What's
to
the
make
difference?
fun of.
Okay,
Like,
make fun of the Jenners or the Kardashians.
I know, but they just don't interest me in the same way.
I mean, when you start kind of getting into the whole like, did Rob betray the family? Oh my
No,
god,
I don't care.
Is she? Oh my god, Black China's pregnant. Whose baby
Still
is
don't
it?
care.
Oh god, Rob doubled back.
I think it's a scheme. It's a conspiracy.
Black China was never pregnant.
No. I think the Kardashians are just like a distraction. They're like
They're actually a hologram.
No, they're all one person.
Do you think? Wait.
They're all lizard.
Okay.
They're all one lizard.
Wait. Do you think?
different
wait.
suits.
Wait. Do you think? Do you think the Kardashians are the deep state?
Oh shit.
Fuck.
Maybe.
Oh my god.
How would that work?
Um.
I guess we're not allowed to know that.
Yeah,
It's
you're
top
not
secret.
allowed to know.
Yeah, they're all one lizard person
Oh, okay.
with a bunch of suits.
Right.
And when they're out in public, they're
Yeah. How do they multiply? Because I've seen.
lizard people.
But you just said it's all one lizard.
Yeah, but they can multiply. They're aliens. They have the
Do
technology.
they just get? Oh, they have the. Is it like? Does the one lizard like multiply into different like?
Yeah, maybe it's like one like alpha lizard brain, and
Right,
then
right,
like the
right.
other ones are being controlled by it.
Oh, the beta ones are being constrained. Oh,
You know what I mean?
So Chris
So,
is
like-
the alpha lizard.
No.
The rest of them
I
are the
think Kim.
betas. No.
Really? You think
No,
Chris is the alpha?
Do you know anything about the Kardashians?
No, I really-
Chris made
seriously,
Kim.
but-
Chris made Kim. How fucking dare you bring that
Okay,
bullshit
okay,
into our
okay,
podcast?
Hey.
No, it's definitely Chris. If that setup is a sorry if I just blew up the mics.
Tristan's
but-
not going to be happy.
It's fine. He might forgive me. No, but don't bring that Bush League knowledge into this podcast.
I'm just speculating.
speculating.
We were playing this game. We were in New York for some auditions, and we were in the hotel room, like at the end of the day, and playing this game where we would combine words and just like I'd be like, "What does this mean?" Spejaculation. Define
Yeah.
it.
But like,
And,
yeah,
yeah, it was a fun game. We might play it on the podcast sometime.
for sure.
Silly words, but spejaculation, the definition in the Oxford Dictionary is when you have a theory and then you just keep throwing out a bunch of different theories about the subject.
Yeah, you just
And
throw it out in one like gigantic.
It's just a bunch of speculations at once.
But like it all
you
comes
don't
forward
really-
at once.
No.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Oh
You're
my
just
God.
like, oh, speculate.
Stop it.
That's exactly what happened.
It's already getting weird.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Yeah. Anyway, so we were talking about. I'm so off track now. I can't stop thinking about which Kardashian is the alpha.
I already told you it's Chris. I don't know. We don't need to discuss it any further. It's Chris. That's the answer.
Did you see the conspiracy theory that is it Rob Kardashian is actually Ted Cruz? Like they're the same person.
Is actually who?
Ted Cruz.
Oh. That they're the same
Like,
person?
yeah,
Rob
like-
Kardashian is now the
Yeah,
Zodiac
I just
killer?
read about it. Like like Rob Kardashian died, right? And then, but he just like faked his death to get
Wait.
away.
Rob Kardashian died?
That was the conspiracy, and that
Oh.
he like
Okay, now I'm on
to
board.
get
I
away
understand.
from his family. He's Ted Cruz now,
Right. I understand now.
and the Zodiac killer.
Oh yeah. Okay, that was we can just like we can straight up like late seasons of Scandal abandon the former plot lines and just loop back to.
No, we'll get
this
into
is the beauty of the internet. Like,
we're just gonna name a bunch of stuff we're gonna talk about later, but the beauty of the internet is conspiracy theories. That's a great state of the internet. Is that conspiracy theories are getting more popular lately, and it's awesome.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, let's unveil the truth.
Yeah, about the Kardashians. But no, I mean like literally that like all of that, like there's just so much beauty there that like so much ridiculousness can happen on the internet for our entertainment. Like without the internet, the Kardashians would be nothing. Well, I mean, you could argue that like is it E or Bravo? I don't know. Like TV, but really it was the internet. It was Instagram. Like they gave them fame. And like if you can get Insta famous, good for you. That shit's hard. It takes work to understand the algorithm. It takes
selling your soul.
I mean, sure.
To Facebook, to
whatever. Like, yes.
That's what you have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, for just one soul, you'll get 5 million
The
followers.
devil was just like, can you just zuck me off? And he was like, yes, sir.
Who?
The devil. To Zuckerberg.
Oh.
Get it?
Oh, I meant like how to get Insta famous, but yeah, exactly. That's correct.
Oh,
Fact checked. Real news.
Snopes, check it. It's on PolitiFact, folks.
It's WikiLeaked.
Yeah. Which is not real news. Everyone knows.
Yeah.
You can't trust WikiLeaks because they've never redacted anything.
Oh my God. We'll get into that later.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to go there right now.
Okay.
That's a whole podcast.
Sure. But yeah, no, I mean, like, Ted Cruz became a meme of himself. And, like, that couldn't happen without the internet. For so many different reasons. I don't just mean, like, literally he couldn't, like, post it without the internet. But, like, without the internet culture, like, Ted Cruz could not become a meme of himself. Where on Halloween, he literally tweeted out the picture of the Zodiac letter.
I know. He made fun of himself.
Oh, it was so... Okay, like, Ted Cruz is...
the rumor.
I mean, Ted Cruz, bought and paid for. Say what you will about him. That was fucking funny.
Yeah. Well, that's just like the Denver airport doing... Have you seen their ads that they have up in the airport?
No.
So there's like the whole Denver airport conspiracy with like the horse and I don't know. There's a whole bunch of stuff.
Isn't there something about like the basement of the Denver airport?
Yeah, it's like there's the basement and like it's a trafficking kind of thing, and then like the horse's eyes glow red.
No, that's Hope, Arkansas. Come on.
That too. But yeah, so the Denver airport.
That was an Iran-Contra reference for anyone who didn't get that. Sorry.
Yeah, look it up.
They traffic cocaine.
You get me off topic. They put up ads in the airport that are like, there's like a cat with a tinfoil hat on and like a picture of the horse with the red glowing eyes and like like based just memeing themselves.
That's like,
but like, what if it's a
beautiful
conspiracy on top of a conspiracy? What if they're like, they figured it out? Let's make fun of it, and then they won't think it's real.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Like, what if that's real?
Oh,
I don't know.
Exactly.
The internet makes me not know what to believe anymore.
Oh yeah, it really
it's
is
really
the Wild
scary.
West.
I think about that. Well, I think it's becoming less of that.
How
it
so?
is and it isn't. I don't know. With like the whole net neutrality thing, I'm like, I fear that the future of the internet is just very like controlled and trafficked. It's like cable. People don't have access to it anymore. I mean, you see it with YouTube. YouTube's trying to be TV now, and people are getting deplatformed if they don't appeal to advertisers. You can't say what you want anymore. It's like, I mean, I don't know. That's scary to me. It's supposed to be
more so than YouTube. I think issues more. Well, okay. So insofar as like demonetizing, I think it's a bigger issue with Patreon than YouTube insofar as demonetizing, because like
that's not what I hear from the YouTube community though.
I mean, like, yes and no, because I understand demonetizing is like a huge issue, but also like if you're going to post, like, what YouTube's about, if you're posting risky stuff, and like.
But that's the thing, is it's not people that are posting risky stuff.
Well, I mean, okay, yes, there's that, but like also that's why people like I mean, well, yeah, it is other YouTubers. It's a lot of YouTubers that like fall through the cracks of the algorithm and like just get hit with like nonsense, and all of a sudden they've gotten a copyright strike or something like that against their channel, or like a video has been flagged or demonetized.
Well, the issue
for
is
just
like you
nothing.
can just go in and copy. I think. I mean, I'm probably gonna get corrected on this, but I think you can go in and like strike people's videos and like put in a copyright claim on another person's video, and then they can get strikes against them.
Right.
And YouTube, like, I think they have algorithms that just kind of go in and filter through, and they don't really have an actual person be like, is this copywritten or not?
Right.
You know, and then people get all these copyright strikes, get demonetized, and then they, you know, can't use that platform.
Right.
And I think, I don't know,
Well, I mean,
it's difficult because it's like, yes, YouTube is a private company, like they should be able to decide and everything. But the original idea of YouTube was it's a place where people can make their own content and post it. And like, you didn't have to, like, it used to not be a place where you had to please the advertisers. And now if you have videos that aren't like advertiser friendly, or they deem them that way for some reason, some arbitrary reason, then you can't use it to make money. And they can do that to people that they just don't agree with, and they don't want that message to get out there. And that's where
that's where
I think it crosses the line.
Oh, I mean, for sure, absolutely, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
Like, the YouTube community blows up when stuff like that happens, because it's like, that's not, you're censoring people from being able
I mean,
to
like, you know,
ideas.
unsubscribe, unfollow, block, mute, do whatever you want.
Right.
But like, I don't agree that
same
you
thing
get to
with
just
Twitter.
like take people off of the internet.
Yeah.
Like that.
But we were listening to a podcast the other day where they were talking about how like today the way we communicate in our communities are online. Like, it's social media. It's being able to talk on Twitter and YouTube and Instagram and Reddit and all that stuff. And when you start censoring and saying, yes, you can talk, no, you can't talk.
Right.
Like, then that you're censoring free speech
Well, I mean,
in a
that's-
way.
right.
But it's difficult.
Well, that's the thing is like
It's difficult because it's a private company, and like they should
right,
be
yeah,
able to
it's a private
allow what
company,
they
but
want.
also like even Jack from Twitter has said openly and publicly that he believes open use of the internet and open use of social media is a human right.
Yeah.
Which, like, okay, so take that. Human rights. You can, in IRL, you can, you know, you can commit a crime, you can go to jail, but afterwards, when you've served your penalty and your time, you come back and you rejoin society. On social media.
Theoretically.
Well, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I know
Fine.
what you... Yeah, go ahead.
Whatever.
Make your point.
On social media, you're banned. It's a lifetime
Yeah, you're
ban.
done. Yeah,
You're
you're
done.
like exiled from the community. Well, I think that's why this big anxiety and depression epidemic is coming back, because the whole reason we have anxiety in the first place was to keep us alive. And you don't want to, and you worry about whether people like you or not when you're in the tribe, you know, in that tribal mindset, because if you're not liked, you're exiled, you're dead. That's the end of you. And I feel like that is kind of mirrored in the way that you can ban people on social media now.
Yeah.
You know, like, and that's why people get so anxious about whether people like them or whether they're saying the right things or things like that, because you're afraid of being exiled from the tribe.
Yeah,
You
for
know?
sure.
Your voice is taken away.
Right.
You don't get to rejoin society.
Right. And so in an ironic
So
sense.
it's like a online death.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of like the irony of the whole thing is like you might be actually stifling your own real voice in fear of having your voice permanently taken away from the platform.
I know I do it. I'm afraid of saying stuff all the time online.
Right.
But
Well, and I mean, it's not even like you want to like, I don't know, like, that's the thing. I see so many posts and things from, I guess, like I friends on Facebook, things like that, like asking like what is so like what can't you say, like what is so PC, what can't you say, and it's not even like a thing of you can't.
yeah,
It's not like I want to like
specific.
I'm not trying to regain the right to like openly use slurs. Like I'm not trying to go on Facebook and like verbally abuse people. Like
Right.
that's not what I'm trying to do, and I don't want to do that. But I can't go on Facebook and take a strong anti-war stance and have honestly, I mean, as far as you can on Facebook, but have an honestly civilized debate with somebody without being called a white nationalist or like an alt-right sympathizer or being told I'm America first and now a Klansman sympathizer.
Yeah, I think that's just I think those
what?
words, I really think that
and it's because it goes against some kind of I'm just going for it. It goes against some kind of establishment narrative and it's bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, I think ultimately people don't actually think those things of you. I think it's more of those are just big words to like silence you really quick. It's I'm just gonna.
Yeah, it's the NPC meme just coming in hard.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna slap all these labels on you so you can't talk anymore.
Well, right. It's just,
stop talking. Just stop.
Nice,
you're this. You're this. You're this.
Right,
Shut up.
Right. But for sure, I mean, like that's kind of like that's why like I laugh so hard at the NPC meme because like you just see it so clearly across the political spectrum. You just see like anyone left or right. You just see them like coming in hard and fast, quoting their favorite mainstream media person, like just straight up like, oh, here's what Tucker Carlson would say. Oh, here's what Rachel Maddow would say. Grrr.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think the NPC meme is problematic because I think you can label that from both sides. It's like, oh, you don't agree with me. You're an NPC. You're not.
But I mean, like, that's kind of actually, I think, the beauty of it because it is both sides.
I know, but don't you see yourself doing that? Being like, well, that's just an NPC behavior.
No, because I'm better than that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think it's problematic. It's even though
I guess, but like going down that rabbit hole, everything is fake news and nothing can be trusted ever. So I mean, at some point you have to just like make a decision.
I think it's about discussion.
I get well, yeah, but also I'm not just like calling anyone an NPC, but like when it gets to a point in a conversation and someone doesn't have a foothold, so they start saying things like, you're just America first. It's like, okay, you don't have an argument, so you're now becoming a meme of yourself and you're just fucking throwing out platitudes because you don't have anything smarter to say. Like, there's a difference.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, I don't know. Do you have anything else to say?
I mean,
about the city. What's your favorite social media?
My favorite social media. Well, I mean,
and why?
I guess I'll just say now, like my current one. Currently, it's definitely Reddit, and that was not.
Oh yeah, I love Reddit.
Reddit's just fantastic. I was okay.
I'm so glad that's recorded.
For context,
listen up.
Context.
No. It's my turn.
Oh, go ahead.
A year ago, I hate Reddit. I hate it. Now he loves it. Reddit was like my place, the good place to be. I'm like, oh, there's so much information there, so much commenting, so many opinions, so many different things you can be interested in. I know.
There was a part I'm just
glad you like it now. It's exciting.
It's all right. I'll admit it. There was definitely a part of my life where I did not want my opinion challenged, and so I was happy sticking in my little echo chamber on Facebook.
Yeah. No, that's just a human thing.
Yeah, for sure. And I think I honestly think that's where that insecurity came from. And I was just like, I don't want to like go outside my bubble.
I didn't know that.
You know?
Oh, I love you.
I love you too.
Yeah, I like Reddit too. I like Twitter though. It's kind of a mess. But
Twitter
I feel like
it's been interesting to watch it change.
Yeah, I like the news side of it. I feel like I'm able to stay up to date on current events. I'm not good at that, like not at all, but I feel like it makes me better at that.
Yeah. It's definitely
because it's like coming in all the time, you know.
But I mean, like now I don't even like I less use Twitter for news, and I use YouTube for news. Like I get my news.
Oh yeah. I love YouTube though. I
mean, like I guess quote unquote independent journalists, but I mean, like for God's sakes, a lot of them are just comedians giving their take off of headlines.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, like it's in real time that you're getting these headlines and their take off of it, and a lot of them have very well informed takes. Mm-hmm. And I mean, no, they're not all.
Do podcasts count as social media? I love a good podcast.
I mean, yeah, of course.
I do listen to them.
I don't know.
It's not really social. I mean, you can comment on them. They do show up on YouTube and everything. But no, it's more just media.
Yeah.
I get mixed feelings about Instagram. Like, sometimes I like it. I'm like,
I'm not the. I mean, like, I don't really.
I get lost in it and then I get sad because I'm like, it's that whole like
We have very different
everyone's
Instagram
life
feeds,
looks
though.
perfect. Yeah, you have more
And we have
memes.
very different takes on Instagram. Like, I do
guess
not go
so.
down the hole of like, look at this pretty life. Like, I don't.
Maybe it's a male female thing.
Maybe.
Because I just feel like I see other girls and I'm like,
Did you just
everyone's-
misgender me? How fucking dare
I'm
you.
sorry.
Did you just assume my gender?
What's your pronoun?
I don't know what my pronoun today is. I'll let you know when I finish.
Okay.
I'll make up my
Please.
mind.
I don't want to misgender you.
Thank you. Yeah, we definitely have different Instagram feeds, and yeah, it probably
For me,
is.
it's all feelings. I know if I spend too much time on there, I'm just like, I start to hate myself, and I'm like, I don't like to hate myself. I like to like myself.
Yeah,
I'm pretty cool.
that's
So
fair. That's true. You're pretty cool.
thanks.
You're pretty cool. You're pretty cool.
Yeah, but I like it for posting things, I guess, sometimes
Yeah.
when there's fun pictures.
I mean, yeah, I definitely.
But just because of the whole nature of it is just like, look at me, and like me, and comment on me, and like that's all it is,
Right.
you know. And
Yeah, I guess.
so I just feel like the overall presentation of Instagram is just kind of shallow
Yeah,
and base.
and I mean, like when I
But
think
I like
about
the
it, like
memes
that's
on there.
Yeah, but I like the stuff I post. I mean, granted, I post a lot. I post a lot of Stallone. I post a lot of cat.
Yeah,
pictures.
I know that's different.
And like
I
I'll
haven't
post a
been-
lot of stuff about singing. Like I post a lot of
Yeah,
singing
yeah, I
stuff.
like to do that. I find myself when I spend too much time on there, I start to go like, okay, I need to get really made up and like take a nice picture of myself
Right,
and like,
but I mean,
and,
like,
and
I
then I'm
don't- I
like,
don't follow,
it
like-
makes me feel gross about myself. I'm like,
I
why
don't
do I
follow
need to?
like any.
I don't need a bunch of people to tell like my picture and tell me,
Right.
you know, I'm like, I have enough self-esteem to.
But like I don't follow people that are like outside of Facebook or Instagram. Like I don't like I don't.
I mean, I
follow
even get it
Instagram
with people that I
personalities.
know, and
Oh,
not
yeah.
even no, I don't really follow personalities. It's people that I know, and I start to
Yeah.
feel like, I don't know, inadequate
Right.
or something, and
Right.
like oh, look at all the. I just scrolled by 5 pictures of, you know, my friends that are looking all beautiful and happy, and I'm like, well, I want to feel beautiful and happy.
Right, but
And then I'm like, I should take a picture of myself, and then
that
you know.
was literally just a snapshot of.
I
something
know.
that they
Well, I
prepared
know,
for that
and that's why I
moment.
just need to not spend as much time on there because it's like,
Right.
It's yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Whoa.
Sorry,
That's a good way to-
I kicked the table. I'm sorry. No, yeah. I mean, like my Instagram feed is memes and
Yeah.
it's memes and dogs.
I mean, I
and
like it
it's,
for
it's a
sharing
lot of
things. Like when
opera.
we send
It's a
each
lot of
other
opera.
like
Oh yeah,
dogs and things. I like that. That part's fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to
But overall, like I like
Boot My
Reddit because I can
Nose,
tailor
the
it to like.
greatest Instagram account
Oh
that's
my
ever
god!
existed.
Follow Boot My Nose. Oh, it's so cute.
They're an
It's just
official
like-
sponsor of Eat My Hat. They're not
They're
at all.
not, but
Please don't sue us.
sponsor us.
Sponsor.
I don't think they do. They make any money off of that?
I have
They
prob-
might.
probably.
How do you make money on Instagram?
I
Ads?
don't know if anyone, Mom, if you know, she's the
How
only
do
one who's
you
gonna
make
listen to
money
this.
taking pictures of your ass on Instagram?
Tell me.
We would like to know.
No, yeah. I would like Bridget to take pictures of my ass so we can get money from Instagram.
Yeah.
That's our goal.
That's the dream, really.
I have
Then we
the
can fund the pet ranch.
well. That's what I'm saying. No, I have
With your
the
butt money.
I have the Borat. I have the Borat thong swimsuit thing, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, what? You haven't told me? We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later. No, I have it. I have the oil. My butt's ready for Instagram.
Yeah, I would say so. Can I
Yeah.
be your manager?
Oh, 5, sure.
Cool. And your photographer?
Yeah.
Manager?
Do you want to be my Kris Jenner, looping it back?
Photographer?
Do you want to be my alpha? I'll be your beta brain. I'll be your beta butt.
You'll be the beauty and I'll be the brains.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
That's how I see ourselves in this
Yeah,
relationship.
Me too.
Anyway,
You're really pretty.
thank you. I know.
Thanks. All right. You talked about your favorite social media?
Yeah.
What's your least favorite social media?
Facebook for sure.
Yeah. Facebook sucks.
But I get sucked into it though. And then
I think that's interesting
That's
because
my thing.
I'm
I
just
get
like,
sucked
I don't
into
care
it.
about Facebook at all.
I'll scroll through Facebook and then I'll be
Really?
like, what the fuck am I doing on
The
here?
scrolling thing on all platforms is problematic. Didn't the
sure.
creator of that come out and be like, I'm sorry I made this?
Well, I mean, the creators of all
I think the scrolling thing specifically because it just it goes on forever. So you
Yeah.
don't realize how long you've been on there until
Right.
you're like, oh my God, I can't stop scrolling.
Oh, I mean, it's problematic when like the CEOs,
like
all of the
brainwashing.
higher ups in all of the social media companies, none of them use social media.
Yeah.
None of them have social media. Most of them have flip phones. Mm-hmm. Most of them don't allow their children on social media or allow their children to
It
have
messes
smart
with your
devices.
brain, I swear.
And none of them manage their own social media accounts. None of them actually use it. They all pay people to manage them for them because they have to have them for appearances. But like they publicly made statements saying, we know how addictive this is. I use a flip phone around
Man,
San
if I
Francisco.
could pay someone to do it for me and not have to deal with it,
Right.
that would be nice. Oh, excuse me.
We say that as if we're so important that we have to have social media.
I need someone to manage my social media for me.
Excuse you. I have at least 700 Instagram followers. So they would miss me if I was gone.
Thanks. Yeah.
And by that, again, I think if I deleted my Instagram, Charlie would reach out. She would say something.
Yeah.
She'd be like, I was trying to send you this. What happened?
Yeah.
And by
Charlie's
send
his
you
sister.
this, my oldest sister, yeah. Mm-hmm. And by send you this, I mean she was trying to send me a picture of her dog's butt. That's definitely.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jackson. I really like pets. All right. Well, should we wrap it up?
Yeah.
Good first introduction podcast.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well,
This was fun. We'll try to, when we start releasing these, I think we're going to record a few, but we'll try to do it weekly and keep them coming out. But
yeah. We'll hold ourselves accountable.
yeah, if you are so inclined to follow us at Twitter, we are at Eat My Hat Podcast on Twitter. That's our handle. And if you have any suggestions, if you have a topic you want us to cover, if you want to correct anything we say or give us your opinions, our email address is eatmyhatpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're going to have Dr. Radical and Balter Black play us out. This is from the album Lectures. You can find it on Spotify and iTunes. It's really dope. So go check it out.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.